On Tuesday, September 25th, hackers gained access to personal data through Facebook. They stole data such as names, contact information, hometowns, birth dates, and details of other friends found on a user's profile through the social media app. It was discovered that the hackers gained access to about 30 million accounts. Since the investigation is still ongoing, Facebook has not yet revealed the identities of the hackers behind the attack. In my opinion, this could cause a major panic among citizens. Information is being withheld from them, and they don't know yet who has their information and what their plans are with it, and if their lives are jeopardized in any way. The good news is that Facebook discovered that the hackers were unable to gain access to their other platforms, including Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp, and other third-party apps. In addition, Facebook passwords and people's credit card information was not compromised during the hack. Knowing this should bring some security to Facebook users. Facebook announced that the way the hackers were able to bypass the company's security is by a feature called View Ads. This feature allows people to see certain information about someone's profile without actually being friends with them. Hackers used a weakness in this tool to gain access to digital keys, which is when you save a password to a website so that you don't have to re-enter it every time you log in, to take over people's accounts and get their information. In my opinion, this feature is great because it saves users time and they will automatically be logged into their accounts already instead of having to re-log in every time they exit. But apparently, this feature isn't as safe as it seems, and Facebook needs to change it so that people's accounts cannot be hacked and accessed, and the users feel safe. It was recently reported that CEO Zuckerberg's and COO Sandberg's own accounts were affected by the most recent breach. Facebook said that it has reset all of the access tokens, which could have allowed users to log in through third-party apps. This means that users might have to re-log into those various social media platforms, but their accounts should be secure now. While Facebook claims to have fixed the security issues, the long-term damage to the Facebook brand will be a bit hard to repair. After the news of this breach was released, it was reported that Facebook's value fell by about $13 billion. I think that this loss could become a big problem for Facebook because other social media platforms are growing quickly and pose a competition to them. Details on users' identities, friend networks, and likes were gathered by the Cambridge Analytica. The idea was to gather a user's personality traits based on what they had liked on Facebook. They then use that information to target audiences with digital ads. This is scary to me because now I feel uncomfortable ever liking anything because I feel like I am being traced or watched. Knowing this makes me feel vulnerable and unsafe. Many hackers use the dark web to steal information and then sell it. In order to go to it, you have to download special software. This allows users to access the web in the same way as usually, but they can't be hacked and their actions can't be tracked. Once Facebook realized that some of their users' accounts had been hacked, they removed the extensions that were most likely involved. BBC was able to get in contact with some of the users whose information was compromised by the hackers. Later, BBC confirmed that the data was correct. The way I think about it is that strangers who could have plans to cause harm to you now have all of your information, in which they can use to exploit you or to sell to other people with malicious intentions. One of the most popular browsers used to anonymously access the dark web is called Tor, which stands for the Onion Routing Project. Using Tor allows our users to share encrypted data and messages without it being easy to track or find the user's location. This is done by taking the website you searched and sending it through multiple proxy servers until your IP address becomes untraceable. Through experience, this has happened to me and people I know. People with bad intentions would DDoS another player in a video game and basically steal information off of their computer and sometimes even be able to control it. Hackers are able to use malicious browser extensions to gain access to personal information. These extensions are installed directly onto your computers and held within files. There are some extensions that are useful and beneficial to the user, and then there are some that are intended to harm and can put your personal information in danger of falling into the wrong hands. Unfortunately, a large majority of extensions users use in a harmful way to carry out attacks. BBC reported that a hacker group has published private messages from more than 81,000 Facebook users' accounts, and they also threaten that they have way more than that. I know people who aren't that up to date with technology, and this makes them prime targets for attacks. They might click on a link, not realizing that it could be compromising their security, and all of a sudden the hacker has access to their information and sometimes even their whole device. In January of 2018, a security company named Iceberg detected 4 malicious extensions that were found in the Chrome Web Store. These 4 extensions were used to gain access to corporate networks and user information. Iceberg later removed those extensions and warned the public that there's a possible chance that the malware still exists on affected devices. After denying that they had obtained or used Facebook's data, they changed their story. The company acknowledged that it had acquired the data, but then they blamed it on Dr. Kogan for violating Facebook's rules and said it had been deleted for violating Facebook's rules. It said it had deleted the information as soon as it learned about the problem 2 years ago. But the data, or at least the copies, may still exist. The fact that the story has changed makes me feel uneasy. They are talking about transparency and how they are doing everything possible to fix the issue, yet their story changed in the middle of it, which makes me wonder if they're actually telling the truth and why the story changed. Facebook has set up a help center to check if you're a victim of the hack. A representative from Facebook said, "We're taking this incredibly seriously and wanted to let everyone know what's happened and the immediate action we've taken to protect people's securities." Since the hack, Facebook has been working hard to uncover who and how the hackers gain access. To check to see if your account was impacted, you can navigate to the Help Center and log into your Facebook account. Once a concern is expressed, Facebook will promptly give you a yes or no response as to if your account was hacked, and they will also provide you with any details. If they conclude that your account is indeed hacked, they will explain to you the type of information that the hackers were able to access. Personally, this makes me feel more safe, because at least you'll be able to tell if you're a victim or not. It also ensures me that Facebook definitely is taking action to fix the problem and keep its users safe. There are some precautions that you should take to protect yourself from being hacked. The first thing you can do is log into Facebook and click on the Security tab and locate where it says, "Where you logged in." When you click this tab, it allows you to see a list of devices that are signed onto your account and will also show you the location. This is an easy way to see if someone is logged in that isn't you and you don't know. From there, if there's an unknown device, you are able to remove them and it will log them out. The second thing you can do is change your password. You will want to change it to something that is complex and not easy for a friend to guess. When you change your password, it will log you out on any device under that account. The third thing you could do is take advantage of Facebook's two-factor authentication feature. What this does is it texts your phone a unique code that you type into Facebook. This way, if a hacker was able to guess your password, they still wouldn't have the code to log in, making it double as hard to access your account. Both pros and cons to having a Facebook social media account. One pro is that it may serve as a comfortable place for you to talk, share thoughts and ideas and interests to your friends. This could then lead to you making connections with people who you may or may not be close with. Another pro is the capability of helping you enhance your social skills. It allows you to make friends and keep in touch with old ones, sometimes even on daily basis. If used the right way, it can boost your confidence by comments people leave on your page. Facebook can also be educational. Many elementary, middle, and high schools have a Facebook page. This usually is followed by current students. It allows the school to give updates such as upcoming events, emergency closings, and everyone who follows it will get that announcement. One major concern with using Facebook is its privacy concerns. It's no secret that Facebook has been a victim of attack by hackers before. Hackers have previously gained access to users' private information and even their home addresses. Another reason Facebook might not be the smartest decision is because kids often post things that aren't exactly appropriate. Once posted, these things are on the internet forever and cannot be taken back. If an inappropriate image or text is sent, it could put the user in danger of not getting accepted into college or even a job. Facebook is also a breeding ground for scams. People make fake accounts all the time pretending to be someone that they're not, and if the user isn't careful and aware, they could become a victim of a scam where they can be stripped of their money and be promised something for it. It's easy for these scammers to disappear after because the victim doesn't know their true identity, and in that case, they can't report a specific person. This may lead to a full-blown investigation, including the police and potentially other agencies. Staying away from Facebook altogether will eliminate the possible chances of a user getting scammed.